All right, so NFL season is upon us. Go Rams!
We back, baby.
Go
It's
Rams!
my favorite time of the year is NFL season.
Go Rams!
We got some bets coming too this season.
I know.
We got some betting to do,
I gotta put
boys.
some money on.
We got some betting to do.
I gotta put some money on Rammies and some weird, not weird shit, but I saw this on the Pat McAfee show the other day. Have you seen stuff about like the Guardian caps?
Yeah.
With like the rubber
I saw the
pads
first one on the Well, I've seen them in general, but I saw the first ones in the NFL.
What do you mean you saw the first ones in the NFL?
A Steelers player was wearing one.
In the game?
Yeah.
So that's what they were talking about. It was
Yeah.
before the games happened this weekend. And Pat McAfee was on with the specialist guy that put the Guardian caps in and whatever. He's talking to the NFL guy. And he was like, Guardian caps, to all the research. Won't get too into it. But he was basically talking to him and saying that, telling Pat McAfee that the players love Guardian caps and they've done a lot of testing and it takes off wear and tear to the head and all that stuff. And they're very vital that you might see players using them in the preseason. They love wearing them at practice to where you might see people actually wearing them in the preseason game. And they have covers, and they've given them to every team so that way it can look like a helmet.
Yeah, it had a Steelers logo and everything.
Yeah, and it goes over the Guardian cap. So that's what I just watched that, and I thought that was interesting. I was like, sorry, my bad. I saw that. I know that Guardian caps are a thing, but him saying straight up to Pat McAfee that you're probably going to see some in the preseason this year because of how popular they are and just how it's going. And then they got into a side conversation of how helmets are probably going to end up being built with this kind of technology and things in them rather than them having to put something over and then go over on top. Helmets company are probably going to be working on doing that.
I'm sure that they're going to add to it. I'm just like, how much bigger are these helmets going to get? Like, obviously they're not.
That's the point of making it with it, because then you don't have to add something to. If you make it with that in mind, then they wouldn't be as big and shit.
For the sake of, I played quarterback all my life, so the idea of wearing one just doesn't make sense, so, but for the guys in the trenches, I get it.
Yeah.
You're smacking heads, linebackers, even running back, shit. You're running head on with, 245 pounds of linebacker meat.
Well, they even they did mention that he said the only positions that don't have to wear the Guardian cap in preseason training, like them doing all their camp stuff, is quarterback, punters, and kickers because they don't take contact. He's like, however, quarterbacks in season and just in regular, he's like, there is a quarterback specific helmet where we have a bunch of padding at the back of it because quarterbacks, when they take a lot of their hits, they get pushed back and they fall back and they hit their head. He's like, so a quarterback specific helmet has just a bunch of padding in the back of their
crazy how much technology. Bro, we got Revo speed.
Yeah,
we were pumped about getting the speeds. Those of you guys have been in the helmet.
Which that's what they're wearing. It's just they modify.
We got the first version of speeds, bro. We came from the buckets
brand
to
new.
speeds,
Yeah,
bro.
they're brand new.
We got the regular. What was it? The Revolution.
The Revolution that Peyton Manning was known
for.
for. Peyton Manning was known for that Revo helmet. The 3 holes in the top and the whatever. Like the Revo was the first swagger, and then the Revo Speed came out as soon as we went into college or
the high school. Yeah, then the Speed, because I probably didn't get one freshman year. I probably got one sophomore year.
No, we had them freshman.
Did we have them freshman year?
We had them off rip.
I remember I didn't have any goofy
because they were new and everyone had to have them at that point.
We
basically.
did
everyone went.
We got brand new helmets that season, I think.
Yeah, and everybody went and got, like, every program had them. It was like the new helmet. Like at that time, it was at the time where, like, now obviously there's all this research into helmets to where the NFL players, they have like 16, 20 different helmets to choose from.
Yeah.
Back then, like, there was.
You had to hope to get the right face
well, you had to
mask
recertify the helmets, and when those became brand new, it was like, these are certified, these are them, and these are what we recommend for you to get. Right. So, like, I think everybody just got them rather than recertifying old Revos and all that shit.
Yeah, probably cost the same fucking price.
Yeah, probably cost the same price just to get new helmets than recertify all their old whatever. So everybody just kind of had Revo Speeds and whatnot.
Yeah,
they're considered safer than the other.
Right. As far as like the little caps in the NFL, I'm not really tripping about seeing the caps. If they're on, they're on. Cool, no worries.
Yeah, it doesn't bother me.
Yeah,
it's just a safety precaution.
I'm ready to see some teams smack it, bro.
Yeah,
some running backs going through the hole and make some.
Yeah, I know that preseason for me is kind of whatever. It's good for everybody to get their, like people to. As a fan, just again, I do love football, and I know that people love preseason football, but me personally, I pay attention to my team and my team only. I'm just a huge Rams fan, and I care to see what our players are going to do, our young guys. And I know that people are like that about their teams, but as far as NFL preseason, I don't give a shit.
Yeah, no, I feel that. Who's your dark horse this season, though? Super Bowl. Not the Rams.
To get to the Super Bowl?
2 teams to get to the Super Bowl.
Can I consider the Texans a dark horse?
Yes.
Okay, then the Texans. I don't know why they're AFC.
It doesn't even have to be dark horses, but who's your long? I guess more so
I get
long
confused
shots.
on the Texans. They're AFC, right?
They're AFC. AFC South. Yes.
Yeah, they're AFC. That's all that matters because it's AFC versus NFC.
Sorry, I had to just make sure.
From the NFC. Fucking A, dude. I'm too much of a Rams fan.
I know. That's why I said other than the Rams, and I know you don't like the Niners.
I haven't seen them. Well, that's the thing. You said dark horse though.
It doesn't have to be dark horse, long shot. Who is your speculation on it? I guess if there's a regular, like the Niners obviously are more of
dark
a
horse. I was thinking like somebody that like maybe not. What do you mean by dark horse?
I kind of think maybe like more on a maybe not.
Okay.
And then you can give me like your
someone that's not expected. People are gonna favorite the Chiefs, probably the Dolphins, and maybe I don't know who else. But those are gonna be a lot of people that people choose on the AFC off rip before the season starts. They're gonna choose. You're gonna have everybody saying Mahomes is the greatest, which he is a damn good quarterback. He is one of the GOATs, right? I'm not saying he's not. I'm just saying that you're gonna have everybody saying, "Oh, the Chiefs win. The Chiefs win. They win 3 in a row already off rip before the games have even played." To that, I would say the Texans because I don't think a lot of people would be saying the Texans, and we haven't seen anybody play yet so far, and I think the Texans can be really good. I don't know yet because I have to see them play, but I think the Texans can be really good. For the NFC, NFC, obviously everyone's going to favor the Niners, probably the Eagles because they have the Saquon move, and maybe wait, no, I forgot about the Ravens on the AFC. By the way, the Ravens are another huge favorite on the AFC. But the NFC, Niners. Who did I just say? Eagles, and who else is a huge favorite in the NFC? Probably just them two. As huge favorites in the NFC. That everyone would be saying. Somebody, when you're talking to somebody.
Unless I'm missing somebody, those are the two. Like, I mean, the Niners are just like the clear-cut favorite.
That's kind of what I think.
Even over the Eagles, like, people aren't really high on the Eagles right now. I'd say just because of the way they finished last season.
Yeah, true. Because I'm not.
Yeah,
true. Because that's how I am. But yeah, those are what I would consider like non-dark horses is like the favorites. So I would say Packers or Lions for me, just because I don't consider them like a heavy favorite in the NFC at the current moment. But I think that depending on how their season's going and everything, I think how they ended last season and how they're both young, good teams, and they also have some veterans where they need to have them. I think both teams can potentially be Super Bowl favorites by the end of the season. That's what I guess dark horse means. Now they're not a Super Bowl favorite, but maybe by the end of the year they could be a Super Bowl favorite and definitely maybe a Super Bowl contender. That's what I would have as Texans, Lions, and Packers. Yeah,
I like that. The Lions I prefer over the Packers if I was to take one, only because they've slowly been building a team around it. The coach is really at the point where it's like he's so bought into the team that you almost just want to see them win.
I like the Lions coach.
Right.
I like it a lot.
And then as far as quarterback situation, Jordan Love's still got a lot of proving to do, I think, compared to Goff. At least has showed he's capable of getting there, right?
He's been to a Super Bowl with the Rams, and they got there. They got far last year.
Yeah, they got far last year, right?
That's my thing. Is I will always say is like
playing well.
Even if the Lions do become favorites, again, this is no disrespect to Jared Goff. Just I'm a former Rams fan, and I haven't seen him get it done yet. So that would be my one worry if the Lions are a favorite is can Jared Goff finish? And if he does, boom bang ski bottle, they'd be killing.
Yeah, and I mean I don't see him actually finishing, but I could see if it was like AFC, NFC, I could see them getting there though for sure. On more of a dark horse, not top favorite. For AFC, my other NFC team is the Bucks. I think the Bucks can get there. For AFC though, Bengals are obviously favorited. I like them to get far. For getting there, you said Dolphins are more of a favorite, so I won't put them up there. Who's one of the AFC teams that now I'm blanking on? Oh, the Jags. The Jags. That's more of a long shot, dark horse type play for that. I think the Jags are, they've got so many weapons. Travis Etienne is a dog in the backfield. As long as he doesn't fumble, he can catch the ball, he can run the ball. He's like a number 7 overall back last year. They've got Christian Kirk, Gabe Davis. Who are the other
They
receivers?
did get Gabe Davis,
And
but
who's a big ass tight
do
end
you
that they've
think
got?
Trevor Lawrence is that good though?
I think he's very capable and has weapons in a defense that was a strong
I
defense
think he
last
got
year.
over fucking paid. Is what I think.
He probably got overpaid, but he's very talented. He has the ability to stand in the pocket and throw the ball.
Got $52 million a year.
He's and
It's
I
like
think
top
he's
5, top 7
with
highest
how
quarterback
young
in the
he
league.
is and him getting paid that much. I think he's gonna live up to the expectations because they put a lot of money into him.
If that's the truth, we should have paid Jared Goff 60. He got to the Super Bowl. Trevor Lawrence hasn't done that.
No, but that Jags team needed something to rebuild around, and they don't. This
You
is
don't
what
dump 50 in.
I mean. Shit, they're in.
Fucking A.
They put. Listen, I'm not saying their money moves were right. I'm saying that they've got enough weapons on that team and a defense that's strong enough to compete for sure in the AFC. I personally think they win the AFC South over the Texans. That's my internet's probably gonna hate me quote right there, because I think the Texans they either get like you said, get there and get to the Super Bowl, or we see like an 8-8 season from at best. Are you upset because I said the Jags?
No, I'm just. You're either gonna be really right or really wrong, and I don't know where to take
so
it.
if we're gonna talk about what I'm gonna be really right about, I'm gonna take the Eagles and the Chiefs Super Bowl. That's my prediction. Chiefs win. That's my gut shot prediction. NFC matchup is Rams versus Eagles.
I don't
AFC
want to
matchup
see
is
the
Dolphins,
Chiefs win it
Chiefs.
3 years in a row.
I think that they do it, and then we finally get a break from it, and we get to see a long run of a bunch of other teams winning some Super Bowls. But
I don't want to see them win it 3 years in a row.
I don't
want to see
either.
them be near it.
I don't either, but Mahomes ain't going nowhere. The backfield is good enough to get the job done. They've still got Travis Kelce. They picked up that fucking rugby player who's apparently a stud and plays all over the ball, or all over the field. They picked up Worthy, who was the fastest in the combine. I'm not really sold on him, but they picked up another receiver that now I'm blanking on. Anyways, I think the Dolphins give them the run for their money. I think it's Tua season. I think it's a Tua season, to be honest with you. Uh-oh. Got to bust out the Tua merch or what?
Tua! Need you to pay me, Daddy.
Hey, yo.
Pay me, Daddy, dude.
Hey, yo.
Up, Tua, dude.
Listen. I think that I know you don't really care to give predictions too early. Here's my prediction for the internet, just so they could say he's so wrong anyways. My prediction for the divisions. AFC East.
These guys liked the Bills for 5 years because of Josh Allen, too, by the way.
Listen.
Continue. You were saying something?
Listen, I have loved Josh Allen. Just because they don't win the damn division does not mean that they can't get to the damn Super Bowl. That's not how that works.
I was making a joke because I was giving some background to your fandom and your blasphemous, not blasphemous.
Which offense has more weapons?
I was just trying to let you rant and making a joke on the side. Now you're so I don't even know where we're at now.
You're talking shit about my Bills.
Now I'm just giving background. You're either not a fan. That's what I was gonna say. Is he either doesn't have a team or he's just continue.
I watched a video of ours the other day where you're like, "See, you are a Bills fan. You just said
because I do believe you're a Bills fan."
Hey, I told you I'm a Josh Allen fan. Is what it comes down to, right? I'm a Josh Allen fan. So yes, I'm rooting for the Bills, but I think that the Bills don't have enough weapons on offense right now. I don't think that they have enough weapons to get the job done. Oh, because that's what
you were saying at the current moment. You think I'm like, I was just making a side joke of literally like how people say Cowboys fans are Cowboys fans. I was just saying this guy's a Josh Allen fan. Like this is, yeah, I don't know. Never mind. Continue.
Long story short, Dolphins, I think, win the AFC East. That's what I was going to say.
Bet.
And for you guys, to your fucking Rams, I think the Rams win the NFC West. I don't think the Niners get it done. Fuck you, Purdy fans.
Yeah, fuck Brock Purdy. Fuck the Niners. The Niners are good, but I'm a Rams fan, so fuck them.
I think McCaffrey falls off a little bit. I think.
I don't think that'll happen, but I do think that I would like the Rams to be better.
I think they are. What's Kyron? I think Kyron goes off the season.
He's dog.
Kyron has an MVP type season this season.
He's a dog.
You heard it here first.
And Puka.
And
Cooper Kupp. Y'all motherfuckers forgot about Cooper Kupp, bro.
listen, I just hope he goes off like the first 12 games. So that way I'm like, yeah, Cooper's back.
Motherfuckers forgot about Cooper Kupp, bro. There would be no Puka without Cooper.
Puka and Koopa?
Puka and Koopa. Puka and Koopa. And Matthew is just the little owner.
Stafford's able to get it done. Cam Akers good in the backfield.
Another
Receivers.
side topic. I love how Stafford's getting all the love for quarterbacks.
Yes, I
CJ
have
Stroud said on a
seen some
podcast
love,
like 2 months ago how he only watches Matt Stafford
Right.
film because that fool's
No,
a dog and
Stafford's
he
a
loves
dog.
it. And then Caleb Williams a couple days ago said that he's pissed off that he got number 42 on the top 100 list because in his eyes Matt Stafford and Aaron Rodgers are the best 2 quarterbacks in the league and yeah, bro.
Yeah,
Put some
people are pissed
respect on
about
his name, bro.
about the Mahomes at number 4 overall.
Huh?
People are pissed about Mahomes number 4 overall too.
I mean,
I'd put him there. I'm like, how? I don't think he gets number 1 player.
I mean, he probably should be there. Who is above him?
I don't know. I'm just thinking of all the athletes.
The only person that I could think that would be above him in the last couple of years, and they weren't because they were number 2, was Aaron Donald. For the fact that now there's someone above Mahomes and Aaron Donald's retired.
I don't even know the fucking list, to be honest with you.
That's
so
my
I
thing.
can't even say shit.
That's my point.
I don't even know the fucking
I
list.
paid attention to the list last 3 years, and Aaron Donald was number 2 and 3 and whatever because Mahomes was always above him. So how, now that Aaron Donald is retired, how is there people above Mahomes? How'd that flip happen?
Yeah, because I could have looked it up. This is me uninformed. I'm
Yeah,
just talking off the top of my head, but these motherfuckers
Wanna know
here.
who 1, 2, and 3 are now?
Let's see real quick.
Look up NFL Top 100.
Yeah.
They might not
Well,
have done the
that's
top
a-
3 though, because they reveal the top 10 like one by one, like day by day.
No, I think they got it already. I think it already happened. 2024. 5 is Myles Garrett, 4 is Patrick Mahomes, 3 is Christian McCaffrey, Lamar Jackson is over Patty,
Okay.
and Tyreek is number 1.
Tyreek's number 1.
He's just so like that's where I'm like a guy like Tyreek, a guy like C-Mac can easily be placed over Mahomes. Especially because Mahomes and the Chiefs start out the season so shitty.
Yeah, but my argument with number 1 overall player is
I put CMC over Tyreek.
that's my thing is let's have like no disrespect to Tyreek Hill. I do think he is a great player, and I do agree with him being in the top 5. But as to say he's the number 1 overall NFL top 100 player is tough for me because I feel like the number 1 player would be the guy that you put him on any roster, and that team's a playoff contender, or at least a Super Bowl contender, a Super Bowl contender, or if not a Super Bowl contender, a playoff contender. Tyreek, you can't send him anywhere and make him that. He's a receiver.
So I would say it's tough because quarterbacks.
You need a quarterback to get him the ball. So name a team with a bad quarterback right now. You think Tyreek's going to go there and they're going to be a contender?
No, not a contender because you send them to the Raiders, they're going to be hurting still.
Yeah. So, but running back McCaffrey, you don't need a great quarterback. A running back can,
if they can't throw the ball, they can't.
but they
run
can
the ball.
change the defense, or they can change the entire offense
Yeah.
just having the ball in their hands because it's easier to get the ball in a running back's hands than it is a receiver's hand. You can hand the ball off. You can whatever, like you can do things with the running back. Mahomes, if he goes to any team, they're a Super Bowl contender, no matter what the weapons are. So that's why I do find that a little.
You send Mahomes to the fucking Raiders right now, and they're not a Super Bowl contender.
He's good enough to where that team is
I think
better
they
than
contend
they are.
a little bit more than if they sent Tyreek there, to your point, but they're not winning no Super Bowl. I don't care.
You
if
might be
Mahomes is
right.
there.
I'm just saying that like they're gonna get better. So that's my argument there because like even Aaron Donald, this is maybe a little bit biased, but he's someone where you send if Aaron Donald wasn't a Ram, you put him on any defense. That defense is
That's why a
arguably
guy
one of the
like-
best defenses in the league.
That's why a guy like Myles Garrett's on that list.
Yeah.
And the Browns are shit. but-
That defense is going to be good as long as Myles Garrett's there because you have to send 2 to 3 people at him, just like everyone did for Aaron Donald. And now I'm a little bit nervous about what our defense going to look like. But that's a side conversation.
Back to those fucking Rams.
So, yeah, I don't know. I see number one personally in my eyes. I see it as more of a game changer, like a Myles Garrett or a Mahomes. I know Tyreek Hill is damn talented, and he probably is. That list. Here's one thing I will say: that list is voted on by players.
That's what I was gonna say too. It's a
So
player's
it's
list.
not like it's us or media or whatever. Like it's players saying that he's number. Like players make their lists, and out of the average, like me and you sat down and they said, "Give us your top 10." I put Tyreek Hill, then I put whoever I put. They averaged that out. So most people put Tyreek Hill as their
As
number
number
one
one.
player. So
The reason I think another reason from like a player's point of view why you would take Tyreek over a Mahomes or a couple other guys is well when it gets to that like last couple of ones of who's that playmaker and that difference changer is simply the fact of how much more do I have to now game plan and game scheme to play against this person? Mahomes, as lethal as he is, the shit that he does that makes shit incredible and impressive, it's not really game scriptable. So it's not like, oh shit, we got to change the game script because he might scramble this way and throw some wild ass pass.
you could say the same thing about Tom Brady, but you still put him on any team and they'd have been a Super Bowl contender.
Well, and I was gonna say comparing because he's not on the list, comparing him to a Tyreek Hill, right? Whereas now our whole game script compared to us playing whoever the fuck we played last week versus this week against Tyreek Hill on any team changes. Same thing with the CMC. On any team you put him on, game plan changes. Same with Lamar, why he's probably put above for the sake of game
I will
plan.
say, as Mahomes, I'm probably pissed off about
No,
that.
because 99%. If you ask those same players who you'd prefer as your starting quarterback, a lot of them would probably pick Mahomes over Lamar. But for the sake of in the best for scheming against who's the toughest, now we got to change our game plan.
Lamar?
You got to change more of your game plan against Lamar than you do of Mahomes because Mahomes is such a.
I personally like Lamar more than Mahomes, but I do like. Yes, I agree with
He's
that.
just so lethal because he can throw the ball, and yes,
Mahomes is just proven
Mahomes can
more.
run.
That's
yeah,
where
for sure.
again where this list comes in. Like Mahomes is just so proven with his rings and everything, and people already have him in the GOAT debate that it's just hard for me to imagine a list of top 100 players
and he's
and
not
him not be number one.
Exactly.
Even though I personally like Lamar better than him
Right.
and think Lamar is. I like Lamar. It's just he hasn't got it done, and you can't argue that he hasn't got it done. I like Lamar a lot, and I want him to get it done so that way he can cause a true debate between that. But right now, it isn't debatable that Mahomes historically, like in the record books as of like GOAT tier, there's Brady, and then Mahomes is there because of what he's done.
No,
and
for
Lamar
sure.
just isn't up there yet. Even no
And
matter
the
how much I like
accolades.
Lamar,
Yeah.
on the NFL Top 100 list, obviously he's above Mahomes. So that's why if you're Mahomes, you're probably pissed off because like, motherfucker,
No, fuck that.
I'm having dinner with Brady.
Yeah,
You out here
fuck you
above me
mean?
on a list, like.
But yeah, for the sake of players voting on it and it being game planning against between Lamar and Mahomes, your game plan changes a lot more against Lamar because his feet are that much more deadly.
Give me Matt Stafford over the both of them.
Give me Joe Milton. Not really.
Did you see that video I sent you of Joe Milton?
Yes. Did I not tell you this dude was gonna be good?
No, you didn't see the video I sent you.
You sent me another one or the Barstool one, or not
Barstool
Barstool?
one.
Yeah, Barstool. Yeah.
About him being an ass.
No. That's what they were talking about practice. Did you go watch him play in the fucking preseason game? Drake May went 2 for 3 with 2 dump off passes to the running back for 2 yards that actually went for 19 or some shit. Joe Milton threw for like 4 for 5 for 55 yards and 20 rush yards. So, and a sick ass scramble and still made something happen.
News out of Patriot land is that he's having himself a bad camp.
Fuck that shit. Wait till you see him on the fucking field playing for real because Jacoby Brissett's over here talking shit to the both of them, and Jacoby's been booty cheeks on every team he's ever played for. Fucking guy.
For a little bit.
No, he's a great fucking third string.
No, he had
Bro, he's the Patriots starting quarterback. You're telling me that's the best option? You're telling me fucking Jacoby Brissett.
No, I'm saying he had a good year when he first started. That's what I'm saying.
So did Jameis Winston.
Okay, it doesn't defeat my point.
These niggas are not starting caliber quarterbacks.
I'm
They're
just saying.
booty cheeks.
He wasn't. That's all I'm saying.
He is.
He wasn't, though.
Okay, but you can say that about Geno Smith, and he still isn't. You
That
know,
man, Jacoby Brissett, had himself a stellar start, and then
Jacoby,
he
your
just,
cheeks.
then he just fell off, bro. Like shit, bro. Not everybody can do it in the league, man.
And sorry, just to clarify, I'll take Jameis Winston over Jacoby Brissett 10 times out of 10. Just to be clear, Jameis is still that dog.
Reggie Bush, no disrespect to the GOAT, but he was the best college football player ever. He didn't do shit in the NFL.
Well, I'm not worried about Joe Milton wasn't a superstar quarterback. He went in the 6th round. I'm not expecting him to do that. Drake May is the first pick quarterback. He's the one supposed to be a superstar. He's not going to probably do shit in the NFL. I'm telling you, like I told you a couple months ago, that the 6th round backup quarterback is going to be fairly good in the NFL in the coming years. Same
That
thing I
might
said
be
about
fair.
same thing I said about Josh Allen
I think
all
you're
them
taking my
years
jokes
about.
too serious.
Yeah, no, I'm just clarifying.
I think you're taking my jokes too serious here, dude. Who's the starter, Jacoby?
I think Jacoby's the current
That was
starter.
my joke. That's all I was saying. Fuck him.
I
Fuck him. Hopefully
no,
Joe Milton gets there, dude.
no, but I think Drake
4 years
May is
game.
still favored.
Probably because they drafted him in the fucking first round.
I
so
know.
They have to. They got
That's
money
why
in
I'm
that
talking
bitch.
shit, because fuck all them other dudes. Watch
Well,
this shit.
Fair. Actually, I'll let you talk your shit because it's going to lead me into talking more shit about Trevor Lawrence. Because if Drake May has... look, no, just a question, all right?
Mac Jones is Trevor's backup.
Exactly. And Trevor's got paid 50, right? So Drake May, if he starts for the Patriots, and he just does good for the Patriots, to where it's not Mac Jones. Okay, actually, let's go with your boy Joe Milton. It's not Mac Jones, it's whatever, but he's good. Do you think they would, in 4 years, they should get paid 50 million? 60 million? Just because they deserve a starting role?
Here's my thing. I won't say what I think any player at any position
That's
should
true.
get paid,
That's true.
only because
And it's a little far out there. We
only-
don't know what the fuck they're going to be in 4 years.
I was gonna say
They
and-
might be worth the 60 in 4
And
years.
only because if a team really sees, yo, we're going to dump this much money into this guy as a true investment for the next 4 to 6 years. I know Trevor's one of those guys where it's like, are you serious? But he also has the stature and the ability and the capabilities to potentially be one of those 18-year star quarterbacks.
No, he can be, but he hasn't proven it yet. So that's why
to the point of getting paid that much. I get
that's
that.
my only thing. I think they should have given him like not one, maybe 1 year as a slap in the face because it's like we don't want you to just. But maybe say they gave him 45 for 1 year. Hey,
If you give him one here, he might go somewhere else.
he might go
though.
somewhere else. But that's where like I don't know. He wouldn't want to take like 40 for 3. You'd have to. For me personally, making him one of the top 5 quarterbacks in the league when he hasn't done anything for you, you'd have to give him not a prove it year on a 1 year contract, but like a 2 year. Like, hey, we don't want to pay you 50 just yet. We know you want 50. We don't want to give you 50 just yet. We don't think we want you to get us to the fucking Super Bowl. We want you to get us there. So can we give you 40 for 2 years? I would have been more okay with that. But they did 50 for 5 years.
That's
They're
why I
locked
think this
in.
nigga's about to ball the fuck out, bro. I think he's about to turn up over the next couple years.
He better.
That's what I'm saying. They see something. A lot of people are very high on him. I do
Say they
think.
see a lot of people see a lot of things.
I mean,
I don't give a fuck what the Jags think they see to pay him 50 million.
paying him to the dollar amount. Okay, that's where it's like I get that, but that's where you also have receivers asking for 30.
No, motherfuckers is making money.
Like the
Yeah,
money in the
that-
league is just a little bit more than it was 10 years ago. You know,
it
so
is.
that's
It
where
is.
it's like
and that's why it's just,
every contract that you hear coming out, even for some of
That's
these
why I'm trying
random
to relate
players,
it to
it's
top 5.
so big.
He just shouldn't be a top 5 paid quarterback in the league at the current moment.
He's definitely probably not the top 5 caliber quarterback in the league.
When you make a top 10 list, he's not making your list.
No, but he's not far out.
But so then why the fuck is he being paid top 5?
Because there's some guys that they don't have 5 more years of $50 million caliber play in them.
True, but again, like
Because why the fuck are we paying Kirk Cousins 45 for 4?
another one that doesn't make sense? We talked about that.
Like-
neither of them make sense.
That's one where I'm like, fuck
Neither
out
of
of here.
them
'cause
makes sense.
I'll put Trevor Lawrence
Trevor
on my
should be on a
list.
45 for 4.
I'll put Trevor on my list higher than Kirk
He's on a
Cousins every
52
time.
for 5.
They see the money in him, bro. I'm telling you, Buddy's gonna ball.
I don't care what they see.
They put They're putting weapons around him. That's all they've done is build this fucking offense around the guy.
They could have used fucking 7 more million.
For what though? They have
fucking-
like 4 or 5 receivers.
You shit.
I'm coming for Trevor's spot, goddammit. Listen, if I could play backup to the backup in the NFL,
Just saying that $7 million could have been used for anything other than a non-proven quarterback, and I will die on that hill.
you think
And we
YouTube
can
would,
end that if we need.
yeah, could YouTube like donate maybe like 10 bands to like my training for the next 8 to 10 months for NFL Combine?
You might have
next
to
year?
ask Destroying. Destroying, can my boy get a sponsorship?
Just let me come out and sling the rock a little bit. That's all I'm saying. I'm sitting here
football.
paused. I just paused like and
The
waited
football.
for an answer, like he was about to say something, and it ain't nobody on the screen. But
It's a live stream, bro. Just talk to him, bro. You got him, bro.
I could throw the rock. I could run the rock. Actually, my back. Fuck. I'm getting old as a
tell him that, bro.
motherfucker.
Yeah,
I'm just
tell him
saying.
that, bro.
My knees are good still.